Hello there. In this opportunity, we will explain to you about making content for advertisement. The first promotional variable is advertising. This marketing method is non-personal presentation, means that anyone can receive the message and content, and it is not free. The company should pay to the advertising sponsors. Here are the media chosen in advertising. The first is print, the second is film, the third is broadcast, online, and outdoor. So, print media is one of the oldest and basic forms of communication. It includes newspapers, magazines, banners and graphics, posters, and other forms of printed materials. Here are the advantages of print media. The first is targeted marketing. Magazines, targeted newspaper, association newsletters all have content that is read by an audience of people who are interested in the topic. With print advertising, the company can target readers based on its common interests, profession, region, or a variety of other factors. The second advantage of print media is longevity. Unlike internet ads, print ads will be around long after the online ads have disappeared. Magazines and other print publications may be on display in the waiting rooms of doctors' offices and other venues for months. Other digital media such as email campaigns may get lost in people prospects' inbox and deleted before they even read it. And the last advantage is loyal readership. When people subscribe to a magazine, newspaper, or newsletter, they have a long-standing and loyal relationship. This devoted readership views marketing message with a more positive frame of mind. This also helps reinforce the message, especially with repetition. After some of the advantages, the disadvantage of print media is it can harm our environment. Along with deforestation, print media results in tons of waste that, if not recycled, creates heaps of garbage. This leads to the slow destruction of our planet by adding to the ongoing global warming crisis. The protection of our planet has become vital, and saving trees is in fact the first step in doing so. Second advertising media is film. Film advertising is also known as cinema advertising. This also provides sight and hearing facilities like television. Is it a very costly medium involving higher distribution and filmmaking costs? Only big organizations can afford to produce advertisement films. It ensures more flexibility at larger costs. Its effectiveness cannot be measured properly. Filmmaking is a time-consuming process. The third media is broadcast. Broadcast media refers to a mass media outlet such as television and radio stations. ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox Broadcasting, PBS, and CW are examples of broadcast networks, meaning they supply programming to a network of affiliated television. The term broadcast advertising applies to commercials aired on either television or radio, which are typically called spots. It's also known as on-air advertising, and it's the primary revenue generator for commercial television and radio station. It is all considered to be above-the-line advertising. The fourth media is online. Online advertising, also known as online marketing, internet advertising, digital advertising, or web advertising, is a form of marketing and advertising which uses the internet to deliver promotional marketing messages to consumers. Online advertising can be used to drive traffic to your site and build brand awareness. Effectively, targeted campaigns can create brand influencers and reach complementary audiences. The fifth media is outdoor. Outdoor media is any advertising done outdoors that publicize the business, products, and services. Types of outdoor advertising include billboards, bus benches, interiors and exterior of buses, taxis, and business vehicles. Last media is radio advertisement. Radio advertising works by allowing advertisers to buy airtime on various radio stations, where they can air commercials or spots about their products and services. There are four types of radio advertising. The first is spot. When advertising with traditional media, such as television or radio, advertising space is typically referred to as an advertising spot. The spots range in length, typically 30 seconds or 60 seconds. The second is ad-libs. Ad-lib is one way to delivering message through radio advertising. As a broadcaster, they should have a good strategy to be able to convey the message of the product or event. Compared to ad spots, ad-libs also has the power of brainstorming listener by message. The third is insert. The company can insert the advertisement through radio. And the last is talk show. Talk radio is a radio format containing discussion about topical issues and consisting entirely or almost entirely of original spoken word content rather than outside music. Most shows are regularly hosted by a single individual and often feature interviews with a number of different guests. Talk radio typically includes an element of listener participation, usually by broadcasting live conversation between the host and listeners who call in or usually via telephone to the show. The next will be banner ads. Banner ads are image-based rather than text-based and are a popular form of online advertising. The purpose of banner advertising is to promote a brand and or to get visitors from the host website.
So here we are under sales promotion. Before we go to the example or the term or tools you can use for your promotion, I'm going to tell you about the definition of sales promotion. So the definition is all activities intended to deliver or communicate a product or services to the target market to take immediate action. Like the action in this definition is like if you want to buy this or not. That like that there. So we begin from the first example. Okay, the first one is sample. Sample is like, for example, if you see the food and beverage and mall, and then they give you the tester or the sample, and then if you taste it, you like it, maybe you will buy the product, right? Okay, and then next, number 2, we got coupon. For example, if you spend, for example, in McDonald's, if you spend 100,000 rupiah in McDonald's, they will give you a coupon, and that coupon could be useful for the next buying. And for example, there are mostly 15% until 20% of discount for the product. So you use that coupon to get the discount. And next, we got a rebate. Rebate is just like discount, but the term that I know, rebate is rebate.
Everyone, so now I'm gonna explain about the promotional mix for event and experience. As we know, promotional mix means that we blend of several promotional tools used by the business to create, maintain, and increase the demand for goods and services. It means that companies sponsor the programs and activity that designed by the company to create the daily interactions or brand specific interaction to the customer. Let me give you an example, such as festival. Some company will sponsor the festival by giving fresh money or some product, and by that they will get promotion, such as the company name will be announced regularly by the master of ceremony, or they can make a stand there and put their product in the festival. It's make a direct interaction between the company and the customer. It combines the best strategy from the ads variable and personal selling to reach the targeted selling. And next is promotional mix for public relations and publicity. It means that the variety of the programs that designed to protect the company image or the product. By doing the promotional mix, we can see what kind of company image that we want for the customer to think. Let me give you an example of it. It's like news, call center, speech, seminar, community relations, and media or magazine. For example, media and magazine. In media or magazine, the company can put their ads there and make the ads concept just like how they want their customer to see. If they want to make the customer think that they are cheerful brand or royal brand, they can make the concept for the magazine just like that. Or call center. By having a call center, they can know directly what is customer needed and what kind of things that are still in the problem. And then next is promotional mix. Personal selling and direct marketing. Personal selling means that the promotion will be doing face to face with the customer. So in the direct marketing, the customer can do interactions with the seller, or in here, we can say the representation of the company. They can ask questions or do the procurement directly. The example is like offline store, such as cosmetic brand. The customer can ask about the brand cosmetic function and etc. and can buy in the place also. And next is direct marketing. Direct marketing is using the communication media such as mail, telephone, fax, or internet to communicate directly with the customer and can ask directly from certain customer and prospect customer. The example is like customer services. Sometimes they also contact the prospect's customer and give them some promotion to make them want to buy the product.
Okay, I will continue explain about the promotional mix. And then the next one is personal selling. Personal selling is face-to-face interaction with one or more prospective buyer for the purpose of making presentation, answering questions, and procuring order. This promotion, I can say this like the traditional promotion because we have to face and where is the buyer and seller meet. And then direct marketing use of communication media like mail, telephone, fax, email, or internet to communicate directly with or request a response or dialogue from certain customer and prospect. This strategy I can say like traditional online marketing because we already use the mail, fax mail, email, but we still use it from text. And then the weakness. What our weakness? The first one is budget. Yeah, of course. Why is budget? Because if we want the good one, so we have to pay more about it. And then there is no perfect media. Yeah, to make the perfect advertise, we have to use the perfect one media to make the quality is good and commercial source are double. And then challenge. The challenge is the first one is message notice. Yeah. In advertise, we have the message notice from our customer, and then message read, message heard, and message got response. Problem solving. Our solving to the problem is make the creative music planning to our customer. Because with the creative message, our customer will easy to understand, will easy to get what information that we give to them. And then message strategy creative. Yep. We have to make it very creative. We have to make it interesting for customer. We have to make it useful. We have to make it easy for our customer. And from that, I think our customer will like our advertising. OLX versus Tokopedia versus Bukalapak. As we can see, the logo of Tokopedia, OLX, and Bukalapak, we can see from the color palette. Tokopedia using the green one because as I read the background, Tokopedia is the one Indonesian company. The founder want to make citizen and Indonesia easy to buy the product. So I think because Indonesia is the identical with island, they use the color, the green one. And then OLX using three colors: purple, green, and orange. And also Bukalapak only use one color, is the burgundy, I think. Okay. And then after the message have to creative, and right now the message have to territory. The first one is news announcement, inherent drama, testimonial, endorsement, lifestyle, problem and solution, comparison, picture caption, humor, and animation. And this is news announcement. For the news announcement, the firm have to deliver the information directly to customer, and the information have to based on the fact. And then comparison. Comparison is we have to compare between two objects. To our example, I have my own company. I want my company is good, and so I have to compare to the other one. I can see what is the weakness, what is the strength of the other company. So I have to compare to my company. And after that, after I compare, I will get a difference with our company. And inherent drama. Inherent drama is we have to find the characteristic brand of our product, and we have to decide what brand should we use and the background of our brand. So we have to know about it. Problem or solution. Yeah. After we compare, we have some problem. So the problem, after we find the problem, so we have to know how we can solve the problem. What strategy should we use to solve the problem? Okay, for advertising proposal, we continue with my friends. Thank you. That's all for me. Thank you.
In order to reach your growth target for the coming years, you'll need to develop a advertising strategy that leverage multiple advertising medium in unison to build brand awareness and increase lead generation. And there are three steps in making advertising proposal. The first is introduction. It means we have to give information regarding the product we are going to advertise and advertisement itself. And the second one is the process to creating the ad itself. We can use many tools to make creative advertisement. There must be also explanation about the process. And the last one is closing. Closing conclude the proposal. And this is example of tool we can use to make advertising interesting. We can use Photoshop, Adobe, Google Web Design, and many other tools. And here are the process of creating ads. The first step, we produce a stage. This process is also called the creating process, the process of making the ads itself. Second step is stage of editing. After we finish making the ads, we have to review and edit it again. Next is advertising equipment and tools. After that, we have to describe our design and calculate our budget. And the last one is criteria. These are a criteria of making a good advertisement proposal. A good proposal maker must have a good sense of creativity and know all the process well so that they can include the detail of the process inside proposal.